This week's big review is something I've been meaning to cover for a little while. It's Punish by Heavyocity. If you're familiar with Heavyocity's sample libraries like Gravity, then you'll already have seen the huge knob in the middle of the interface. To get a kick out of saying huge knob, don't know why. This plugin takes the characteristics of the analog modelling and sets them up in a standalone plugin that you can put onto any track. So this retails for about £200, that's about $250 straight from Heavyocity and other distributors. The effect basically combines compressor, transient shaping, EQ, saturation and limiting, with the big dial adjusting many different parameters simultaneously. So my initial impressions here is that the interface was quite beautiful, super slick, and it was easy to use with almost everything accessible on one page of the interface via the dials and buttons. The presets sounded great, and to be honest I could have used a few more of them in different variations, but I tried the Punish knob on a number of different sources, from drums to vocals to entire mixers, and the effect was always apparent and always sounded better than it did before. You'll find some presets are much more subtle than others, but personally I found that the more that I used Punish, the more my ears became attuned to its effect, and I found perhaps I was overdoing it sometimes on some of the buses and some of the tracks. So I'd give that as a little bit of a warning. That's something to watch out for if you're using this plugin, as you'll often be fooled into thinking that you can sort of get a better mix where it actually might just be a harsher mix or a brighter mix. So do beware of that. However, I will say that that's where one of the aspects of Punish came in really handy. It's got a mix dial, so you can dial in a sort of a parallel compression with both the wet and dry signals being mixed to just subtly alter the sound. So I want to show you how this works. Let's have a listen to Punish on a few different sound sources, and first I'll play the dry and then I'll introduce some of the Punish presets slowly so you can hear exactly what it's doing. It's best to have a listen to this with headphones if you've got the chance.
Check. Hey yo, we gonna do it like this. Put your rhymes and your rhythms down to a T. Let everybody know your ability. Money to go back 10 to your 10 for other men, you the hoe. It's that simple. Balls get broke when the smoker choke 'em. Yeah, like this. Give me a beat, now I'll buy you back. Now I'll buy you back. Now I'll buy you back.
So with Punish, I think that probably most people won't stray far beyond the presets, but it's worth checking out the plugin fully and seeing what it does, because there's plenty of scope for adjustment here, especially with the different compressor and saturation models. I also found that the edit mode was very useful, which allows for fine adjustment of the parameter ranges. So I've got a few conflicting thoughts overall regarding Punish. Now, there will be those that complain that Punish is basically a set of individual effects chained together with a fancy interface. Now, that is true, but the presets are fabulous and they do make great jumping off points for making your own adjustments. Personally, I think that £200 is quite expensive for any effects plugin, even if it is as versatile as Punish. Having said that, you might find that it's a good time-saving investment, considering the time that you might spend tweaking individual plugins and saturation and compressors to get the same kind of effect. If you are considering buying Punish, then currently the most cost-effective way to do it is through Plugin Boutique, as you get about £9 credit back to spend in the store. That's worth thinking about, and for more information on Punish, do head over to the Heavyocity website, where you can hear more examples of this great plugin in action. Thank you so much for watching. That's just a small taste of the Samplecast, a weekly podcast and YouTube show for sample library geeks and plugin enthusiasts. You can find out more information at thesamplecast.com. Don't forget to subscribe.